Good afternoon, all of you. Welcome to the ISW lecture number 2, Unit 1, Basics of Management Theory and Practices. Now, this is the syllabus of Unit number 1, Role of Information System in the Organization, Information System Manager and his challenges, Concept of Information System and Management Strategy. Then, case studies may include the information system in Indian Railways, information system in e-commerce organization. So this is the syllabus of your first unit. Now next is purpose of information system. This is your first point of the lectures. Now what is the purpose of the information system? So all of you are aware that there are basically two different types of approaches are there. Before the information system, what happened in a traditional approach, we are using the register based approach. So whatever the, let us consider, suppose one company is there and 500 employees are there. So whatever the employees are coming in the office in the morning sessions, so the security guard is just enter their name, their incoming timing, their outgoing timing. So this is the very drastic approach. So in this way, this is the traditional way of to collecting all the data related with that particular employee. But nowadays we are using enterprise resources planning, that means ERP system. So in case of ERP system, we just use the all the data in the form of database. So all the data of employees available in the form of database, and that can data can be stored in the different various format. Like in a ERP system, we are simply storing that data in Amazon cloud, like different cloud computing servers. And in a case of database, it can be created in a way that manager can retrieve that information on a single click. So all the informations related with that employee is available on single click, available on cloud computing environment. So user can easily just access that particular data just by entering their username and password in that particular ERP system. But in a traditional approach, this is not possible. So this is the major purpose of information system. Why we require the information system? So first of all, we need a information system for the purpose of to store the data of all the employees and customers. Second thing, that data may be accessed by the manager or upper level of authorities on a single click. That means that data can be easily retrievable through ERP system in sorted manner. And next is the information can make help the decisions at the various levels in the organization. So on the basis of informations, if you observe how many number of employees are coming on right time, how many number of employees are coming late for 5 minutes, late for 10 minutes, late for 15 minutes. In this way we can collect that particular informations and to take certain decisions, like how many number of employees are coming regularly late, how many number of employees is coming 1 or 2 days in a week. In this way we can make the different lists in sorted manner order on the basis of information system. So this is the necessity of all information system. Now next important purpose of information system in the terms of e-commerce. So all of you are aware that electronics commerce is the process of buying or selling the products and services. It means the electronics system that involve the internet and emails. So suppose somebody want to buy that particular product, it can be easily buy by using create an account that particular platform. Like let us consider example of Amazon. Just creating an account, you just choose that particular product, all fill up that particular information, shipping address, whatever, you just gone through the payment procedure, credit card, debit card, or whatever the options are available, cash on delivery. And then you can easily buy that particular product, and you will get that product at your home within specific time period. And you can also track that particular product also. So e-commerce is the one of the best way for the purpose of information, not only the purpose of information gathering, but you can buy and sell the product. Next is e-commerce is mainly actually divided into three different parts. First part is we can say B2B, B2C, and C2C. B2B means business to business, B2C means business to customer and or consumer, and C2C means consumer to consumer or customer to consumer. So in this way, e-commerce is divided into three different parts. Now, what is the analysis of problem while we are gathering the data and analyzing that particular information? So, information system are the vital tool that achieve the competitive advantages for the purpose of business and it is properly manage and analyze the information. Now how to analyze and manage that information will require such a different kinds of tool we are using. So a lot of companies are using their own tools for the purpose of managing that their informations and managing their data and analysis of that particular data. So large amount of e-commerce activities are used nowadays. So due to that large number of e-commerce activity, the data is available in the huge amount. We can say a big data is there. So big data is nothing but a lot of amount of data which is available through that e-commerce website. So it may be a possible that data may be gathered through internet connections, or we can say internet. And here we are changing the technology, that means it may be a possibility huge amount of data is created, some kind of vulnerabilities for the purpose of business, and it can also create some kind of threats, risk for the business. So more and more our business functionalities nowadays is increased and procedure for becoming a paperless. So a lot of data nowadays are created, but we need to understand what is the importance of that particular data. Once we have that particular tool that manage that particular data and that analyze that particular data, this is very important nowadays. Next is, what are the major resources of relevant data used for the management information system? So some of the commonly used subsystems are available as follows. So first of all, we will see information system increases the effectiveness of the management by satisfying their information demand, of course. Next is, these are the different subsystems are available in the market. So first one is management information system, MIS. Second one is the decision support system, DSS. Third one is the knowledge management system, KMS. Next is expert system, ES. Next is executive information system, EIS. Next is transaction processing system, TPS. And next is accounting information system, AIS. So we will see one by one what are the different subsystems are there, and that subsystems are relevant to the data used for the purpose of management information system. So first of all, we will see what do we mean by executive support system. So executive support system is help the senior management of the organization making the statistical decisions, and it shows the status of all key business activities. It can involve the large data analysis to help the strategical decision planning. Therefore, it is likely to have the information from the internal resources, from the external sources, and which is gathered, analyzed, and summarized for the purpose of strategic decision making. Just consider an example. Suppose in the case of executive support system, you just consider an organization of college, and for the purpose of college, suppose on the basis of the results of the students, management want to take certain kind of decisions. How many number of students are pass, how many number of students are distinction, how we can convert that pass class into first class into distinction into university topper. So for that purpose, management requires student kind of data. Okay, data is related with the results. So on the basis of that data, on the basis of that percentage of the student pass in the various categories, management can take the decisions what are the different activities now we are going to perform so that the results of the students are improved. So to take that strategical decisions, we required a data. So that data is coming from the executive support system. So that actually helps to the management for to making their decisions. So this is all about executive support system. So in this executive support system, there are two different important factors are there. One is internal resources or internal sources, and second one is external sources. Now what are the internal sources for the organization? So first of all, faculties, students, these are the different internal sources are there. Some external sources we are talking about. So we can say parent is the external resources. So we can also collect the input from the parent, and on the basis of that parent opinion, suggestions, we can also take the statistic decisions. So this is all about executive support system. And finally, that all data which is actually collected in the terms of suggestion, in the terms of comment, in the terms of opinion, in the terms of results. We gather all this data, we can analyze it, we can summarize it. On the basis of that summarized information, management can take decisions. This is nothing but a strategic decision making. Now next is management information system. Now in case of management information system, it is concerned with summarized format of data, right? Summarized format of data for business transaction that helps to middle management to monitor the business activities. Therefore it is likely have the information from the all internal sources such as transaction processing system. It can also summarize the information into managerial reports. So what do you mean by exactly the management information system? Now in the case of management information system, we can say we have one ERP system, and in that particular ERP system all the input data is available. Okay, and that data is basically monitored by the middle level management, and that middle level management, after monitoring that particular data, we can see business activities. Then they can perform some reports, so that report may be submitted to the higher level authority. So management information system is providing support to prepare the different reports, to monitor the different business kind of activities, and to prepare some the data which is related with the internal sources and transaction processing system. So this is all about management information system. Now next is decision support system. So decision support system are designed to assist the middle and top level management in the making the decision at uncertain conditions. So this is one of the important subsystems available in the MIS decision support system. This is actually helps to take certain decisions in uncertain conditions, and it also inform the users about possible consequences of their decisions. So suppose whatever the decisions taken by the users, that users decisions may be uh, possible to check their consequences and their decisions, and it gathers some internal kind of information to analyze the options and alternatives. It has predefined set of logics which is the part of design. It uses the complex tool like spreadsheet and databases and for creating what if model. Now what do you mean by what if model? Actually, what if this is happen, what you want to do, what if this is the condition, what we want to do. It means whatever the decisions are there, all kind of decisions are coming in the form of one separate tool. This is nothing but a separate spreadsheet tool. So we can simply gather the internal information, we can analyze it by using spreadsheet, and we will check the different alternatives options available with respect to that consequences of their decisions. So this is all about the decision support system. Next is knowledge management system. Now in case of knowledge management system, these are created to help the organization and business to create and share the information. So this is all about the creating and sharing the information. This is nothing but knowledge management system. The source of such information system is typically the employee who create new knowledge through their own expertise and then share it along with the other organization. The share pool of the information is created to search a new commercial opportunities. So whatever the information is shared by the system, that on the basis of that information we can create some commercial opportunities. Now what kind of information is we are simply sharing? If you observe just dial, now in case of just dial, all the informations related with the various institution, restaurant, hospitals, etc, all the data is available with just dial. So you simply ask, you just call that particular number of just dial, you can ask the address of XYZ organization. They can simply send you that particular informations related with the address of that organization on your mobile through SMS. So this is nothing but knowledge management system. They are simply creating that information through their softwares, and they are simply sharing that information through their softwares. to the users. So this is all about of knowledge management system. Now what is the commercial opportunity? So whatever the data available with them, that data maybe they simply sell that particular data of the customers, and it may be opportunities like they can gather that particular data through WhatsApp, and they simply sell that particular data. So these are the different commercial opportunities are available for KMS. Now next is the example of search information system. Now let's see the another example of KMS. First of all, web portals, internet portals, which is actually created by the professional lawyers and management consultant. These are the also example of knowledge management system. The next is the information system is categorize and distribute the information efficiently among the users, and then information could be contained in the form of the different formats like word process documents and presentation web pages. So knowledge management system is we are using in daily basis, we are using in real life applications, like we are using the presentation, we are using the different documents, we are using the web pages, we are accessing the different websites, we are accessing the different web portals. This is all about the KMS, that is nothing but KMA, knowledge management system. Now next is transaction processing system. Now in case of transaction processing system, that's are created to process the daily repetitive activities, and that daily repetitive activities, the transaction is automated with efficient manner. Now automation increases the accuracy of the information. A business is usually involved the several occurring transactions. Therefore, there are several transaction processing systems are there. Now transaction system processing is nothing but you can say simply billing softwares are there, billing systems are there, payroll systems are there, inventory management system are there. These are mainly concerned with the transaction processing system. Now next is transaction processing system. We are using sometimes we are using automated identifications of the input data, and this system such as radio frequency identification. So you all of you are aware about RFID. RFID is used for the purpose of transaction processing system. So in a case of when you are visiting a particular mall, in that particular mall, whatever the different products are available, while billing of that particular product, they are simply using RFID tag. For whatever the tax is attached with that particular product, they simply read that particular code through RFID, and then simply their prices directly put into that particular software, and they are simply generate that particular bill. So this is all about the transaction processing system. So transaction processing system is nothing but your billing system, billing softwares, and these are the some transaction processing tools, that is nothing but handled through the radio frequency identification. Now next is the sources of these information systems are the employee at operational level of the management. So employee is also one of the key factors in transaction processing system. Now next is office automation system. Now in case of office automation system, some tools that are improved to productivity of the employees and processing of the data. And next is the system is usually work as standalone program. They do not link that data to the other information system. That means whatever the computer system available, that computer system is not connected with the internet. We can say this is the office automation system tool, and that may be improve the productivity of the customer or productivity of the employees. Example of such office automation systems are Microsoft Office tool and computer operating system. So various companies they are using the Outlook features. So instead of using Gmail, they are basically using the Outlook. So what is the intention behind that Outlook is this is the automation system, and this is useful for the to improve the productivity of the employees and customers. So this is all about the office automation system. I simply repeat all the different subsystems again, then we will go for the next topic. So first of all, we are going to see, first thing we are going to see management information system. Let us start with the executive support system. Now what is the summary in basically in this executive support system? So in case of executive support system, all the inputs are coming from internal and external resources, and we can simply gather the data, analyze the data, and we can summarize that particular data for the purpose of strategic management decision. Then in case of MIS is nothing but this is the summarized format of your data for the purpose of report generation. For report generation, management is taking one of the important part in the purpose of that decision making. So for that particular decision making, we will require that summarized format of that particular data. So this is that data may be collected from some internal sources. We can say a transaction processing system. So that data may be generated by the employee of that particular organization. This is all about management information system. Next is decision support system. So decision support system is assist to the middle level and top level of the management. It can gather the internal information, and we can analyze that simple information. We can see the alternatives options available with respect to that system. Then we will also predefine some set of logics for the purpose of design. We are using simple spreadsheet for the purpose of decision making, and we are using what if approach in decision support system. In case of knowledge management system, all of you are aware that there are two different examples of the knowledge management system. First one is the professional lawyer, second one is the management consultant. Apart from this, in a daily basis you are using the presentation, document, web pages. All these are the examples of knowledge management system. So knowledge management system is simply sharing the information and simply creating that particular information. This is nothing but knowledge management system. Next is transaction processing system. Now transaction processing system is simply related with your billing system, is also then payroll system, inventory management system. This is nothing but transaction processing system. So while suppose management want to take a certain decision, in this case we will require some internal part of the information that is coming from the employee. So employee is nothing but it is the part of transaction processing system, so to maintain the accuracy of the information. And let's see the another example of transaction processing system is the system which is actually run on radio frequency identification. This is also another example of transaction processing system. And the last one is the office automation system. Now office automation system is what is the example like Microsoft Office tool, computer operating system, and these are the different standalone program. These are basically used for to improve the productivity of the employee and processing of that particular data. So this is all about the different subsystem. Now next topic is what is the role of information system in the organization. So first part of this, first information storage and analysis. So first role of information system in the organization is to store that particular data and to analyze the data. So information system store perform the various operation on your data. First of all, store that particular data, update that particular data, then analyze the information which the company can be used to pinpoint solution to the current and future problems. And some systems are integrated with the data with the various resources like inside resources, outside of the resources, and keeping that company up to the date with the internal and external opportunities and the threats. So storage of information is very important. So this is the first role of your information system. So how you can store that particular data? So some ERP systems are store that particular data on the basis of cloud computing environment like Amazon cloud. So let us see the example of our college ERP system. In our college ERP system, whatever the data is available, that data is we are simply storing with the help of Amazon cloud. So we are using here Amazon cloud for the purpose of storage, and for the purpose of analysis we are using the different modules. We can analyze that data of the student, faculties, and all informations. So this is used for the purpose of future to solve the future problem. It means suppose the student are pass out from the college, and after 5-6 years student is coming to the college and they are demand for the living certificates. If the automation is available in our college, automation is available, with respect to the living certificate. So we can easily get the informations that student is already collecting their living certificate earlier, or maybe that student is not collecting their living certificate. So we can easily analyze it, the problem of that particular student. He is demanding for the living certificate. So we can take a certain decisions by using information storage and analysis. So this is the first role of information system. Now next is to assist with making the decisions. Now long term success of the company is completely depend on the strategical plannings, and in an organization management teams are used as the information system to formulate the strategical plan and to make a certain decisions which is actually long term basis. So business information system is to evaluate the information from the various resources, and that including from the external references, and all these kind of decisions are coming from the different platforms. So all of you are aware like about Bloomberg, and this is the website which this is the actually a company which can provide the information which is related with the economy. So what is the GDP of India in 2025? What is the GDP of the India in past coming years, in future? So all the informations related with the financial management, all the informations related with the Indian economy. So Bloomberg, these are the different websites, we can say, a company that can assist to that particular country to making a certain decisions. So this is all about the role. So first role is information storage and analysis, second role is assist with the making the decisions. So this is important for the purpose of long term planning. So India is looking for $5 trillion economy. So how this is possible? For that purpose we need to prepare our GDP plan. So all this GDP plan is depend on some political decisions or some strategical decisions. So this kind of agencies are looking at the different kinds of things happen in the country, and on the basis of that decisions, that kind of company like Bloomberg take some, they just prepared some reports and they can share the informations like the GDP of the India is growing phase in upcoming 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 years. So this is all about the assessment with making the different decisions. Now next is assessment with the business process. So for the purpose of business process, a large number of value added system is required. For example, suppose a company can integrate with the information system with manufacturing cycle. So to ensure the output it produces and compile the requirement of the various quality management standard, we will require some uh, information system. So this is the one of the important part to assist the business process. So adoption of the information system can simply simplify the business processes and remove the unnecessary activity. So every company is having their own standards, having their own system. So with respect to this system and with respect to their business process activities, they are simply integrate the information system for the purpose of manufacturing. So they can easily maintain their quality standard with respect to this business activities and business processes. So those business process which is very important, they can keep that particular process, and rest of the all different activities or processes they can simply remove it. So this is happen due to only a information system. So assist with business process is the third role of your information system. Now next is consideration. Now in case of consideration, to gain the maximum benefits from the company information system and to have the exploit of all capacities, information system gaining their importance by processing the data from the company inputs, and they can generate the information that is useful for managing their operations. Then to increase the information system effectiveness, it can be either add more data to make the information more accurate or use that information in the different way. So we need to consider this because to gain the maximum benefits to your company we will require the data. So either we can add more data for the purpose of to create the accuracy, or we can simply use that particular data in the different formats, so that uh, after processing of that particular data, company input that particular information, and that information is useful for a whole management and whole different operations of that system. So consideration is very important. Now next is communication. This is another role of information system, is communication, to make the interaction between the different modules. So manager can uses that information system for the purpose of storing that particular document in the file and folders, and they are simply share that information, that file, that folder to their sub employees that need that particular kind of information. So this is the way of communication between the manager and their employee. To make the communication between manager and employee, information system is the plays an important role in a systematic approach. So each employee can be communicate to manager for the purpose of additional information, or it may be a chances of making the changes to the system track. And manager also collect the input and send that newly revised document to his target audience. It means to format that communication, to form that communication between the employee and management. It plays an important role of information system. So without information, it may be a chances of a communication gap between the employee and manager, because which whatever the documents shared by that particular manager maybe we can say old kind of documents. So it is an important thing that whatever the demand coming from the employee, we need to share that updated kind of documents. So this is possible with the help of information system. Now next is operations. Now how the manager and your company operation is dependent. So this is completely depend on the information system. So information system can offers more complete and more recent information that can allow us to operate your company in more efficient ways. So whatever the information shared to each and every employee, that information is always updated format. So this is again more recent kind of information, so that every employee is working in efficient manner. So you can use that information system to gain cost advantages over competitors, or differentiate yourself by offering the better customer services. So here to improve the performance of the customers and their customer services, the information system plays an important role in the case of operations also. Next one is this is again related with the decisions and operations. So in case of sales, whatever the data gives you insight about what the customer is buying and let you stock or to produce that particular item by selling well. So with guidance with respect to that particular information or data, information system is perform that kind of operations. And in case of decision makings also, that indicates, suppose the system can calculate the key indicators such as sales, cost and profit, to help you to determine the which alternatives gives you most beneficial results. So all the decisions, all the operations, all the communication, assist with the making the decision, assist with business processes, information storage, information analysis, all these are the various role is performed by the information system. So this is all about today's lectures. We will see the today's lecture two different things. First of all, we will see what do you mean by information system, their subsystems, and second we will see what is the role of information system in the organization. So these are the 7 different roles of information system in the organization. So thank you so much all of you. Please watch this video once or twice, and I here share with one quiz which is related with this video lectures. All of you please give that particular quiz, and that quiz is available in your Google Classroom. Thank you so much all of you. Thank you.